Let's go on an adventure.
Hey folks, have you checked out our most recent video exploring the vibrant camping and fishing scene in heart of Seoul, right along the Han River? In this episode, we are continuing our camping and fishing adventure in South Korea. We embark on a journey to Cheongpyeong.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
A scenic tourist hub surrounded by lakes and rivers. It's just an hour drive from Seoul, depending on your starting point. We found this free camping spot by a little stream, offering an ideal setting for some serious fishing action. There's lots of big fish.
Big fish.
We are seeing floating around. I've seen like 3 of them.
3 big fish.
While this area was once an official campsite, it's now closed. But no worries though, we can still utilize the lush grassy expanse by the stream. Plus, there is the added perk of having access to the restrooms at the on-site cafe during its operating hours. So now, let's see if we can catch any fish here.
A bunch of cheap sleeping bags now. But gonna be enough for summer. Or new pillows. Memory foam.
Whale.
A whale.
My mom's kimbap. Picnic food in Korea you always get. This is the best part.
The river right in front of us. It's quite nice. I don't know if we can fish here. We might have to drive first to check out this place with the boats. Leave the tent here and check this place. Could be a good spot for bass here. So you've seen some big fish here?
Oh yes, 3 of them.
3 big fish.
Yeah, I think it's carp or big bass.
Gotta be carp, I think. What does it say on those yellow signs up there? Huh? No swimming? Swim you die. Well, there are lots of carp, fairly big ones too, and they're feeding at the moment, so we should try and catch one. So it turns out that this used to be a campsite here, right? And now it's like all deserted. That's why there's no toilet or anything anymore. Interestingly, look what Haitians got there.
Mosquito coil, I don't know if it works because I have still insect around my face.
Turns out there are lots of mosquitoes here.
It's not mosquito, but I don't know what that is.
There's actually a malaria warning for Korea, for the northern part of Korea. Interestingly, they never had malaria here. Must be related to that global warming. Another thing that's pretty interesting about this place is that there's this cafe. It's not related to this campsite here, but you can use the toilet. The sign at the toilet says, it doesn't say you can wash your dishes there, but it says if you wash your dishes there, then you gotta hurry. And if you wash your face there, then you gotta hurry. And it's just a little hose that's basically sticking out of the wall right next to the toilet.
That's shower for men. I think this is a shower for dog men. So small.
Was a campsite here for hobbits.
Hobbit land.
Now look at this deserted tents here. Shelters somehow. Yep, not allowed to swim here. It's actually not deep water. Alright, here's another disgusting example of how some fishers here leave the place behind. So they were drinking coffee, fishing with worms, and they just left everything behind. Why do people do that? I don't understand that. Asian? That's so disgusting. They just go fishing and leave all their rubbish behind. No wonder why everyone hates fishermen around here.
After checking out the campsite, we headed to our local fishing shop, took a look at some of Korean traditional fishing gear like the handmade gyeonji rod. We thought it would be fun give them a go one day in New Zealand to catch some bait fish. So we decided to get one of them. 50,000. After we had a brief look around the area, we got ready to give our carp fishing gear a try.
I think we missed the time, so just sort of chucking out a bit of corn here. The typical what happened, there were so many fish here, carp earlier. Now that we come with the fishing rod here, no sign of carp anywhere to be seen. Here, what's that called? Catnip. That's a bit of foraging here, wild sesame leaves.
깻잎.
You can wrap your pork and stuff in there like salad. Really good, grows around wild here.
Good for Korean barbecue.
In that corner, that's where all the carp are sitting. I saw them with a drone. So I'm gonna try and cast some corn directly there and see if that will scare them away or not. Like a running rig, bottom sinker, and the corn on a hair rig. I might make a video another time on how to make a hair rig. So basically the hook is free of the bait. Straight over there. And not too far. There we go. Hold the rod tip down. Okay, we gotta give up now because it's getting dark and Asian Park's getting hungry a little bit.
No hope for carp tonight.
The carp aren't feeding. They were feeding earlier, and after I did my cast to where I spotted the carp with a drone, they shied away straight away. I think they were just sleeping or resting, and the splash in the water just scared them off.
Cheese pop.
Nice socks there. Nice socks in the background.
The next morning, we had a light breakfast and headed to another nearby fishing spot where we caught some bass in 2019.
Well, unfortunately, the carp fishing was unsuccessful yesterday. Carp just didn't show up anymore. So today we came to this little spot. It's a bass fishing spot. We're gonna try to catch a bass here. I'm gonna try and hop a soft bait along the bottom here. So we saw a few bass jumping here, which were probably bass, so looking promising. And this is a known bass fishing spot here. Got snagged up already. Hopefully I can get this off here. Yep, other side always works. Well, the fishing is tough, so I'm gonna try my secret weapon. I'm gonna put some of the gulp gel onto that soft bait. Bit of scent. Well, we're not getting any bite. No sign of fish here. Today we want to show you what a Korean fishing place looks like, where you have to pay and you can catch carp there. It's called a nakshito. Nakshita? Nakshito. We're driving into one of those places now. So we'll have a look. We're not gonna fish here because
We're not targeting carps at the moment.
3,001.
It's Americano. Ice Americano.
What?
It's ice Americano.
A coffee is 3,001, which is about 3.5.
Oh, the fish jumping.
That's what those places looks like, guys. That's like basically a pond, a managed pond. You can purchase a ticket and then you can place yourself around the pond here and catch some carp. They got chairs here and stuff like that, and they use those carp rods here, as you can see those ones. It's just like an extendable stick, like a second fishing rod really, that's screwed onto there, and then you can put your carp rod into that rod holder and have your rod tip basically pointing to the water. Here's a landing net here. So the regulation is that you have to fish with this special rod. You cannot use a rod with a reel, and they have to have a particular length. So for bait they use dough, gluten-based dough. They don't fish with corn or anything here. There's another catch there, yeah, small one.
I mean, this place is particularly only for the carp.
So basically, if you don't have the equipment and you want to catch a carp, how much do you have to pay?
30,000 won for the entrance fee. Hiring the fishing rod is 10,000, and also the bait is 14,000.
So it's 54,000 won, which is about $60 if you want to fish here for 12 hours, 60 New Zealand dollars.
You have to cast a certain way to the same place because you have neighbors between.
All you do is you hold your line and shoot that out a little bit and to where you want. So look, it is super easy if you are a fisherman.
Also, he says it's difficult to reel in once you get fish.
Like we've seen before, you have to lift the rod really high, like a tenkara, like I said earlier. You have to lift the rod up high and bring the carp in towards you. A very different type of carp fishing from, anywhere else really.
But if you are carp fisherman, you could try here.
And you can obviously hire those huts here as well. Just sitting here all day and catching a little carp every now and then. So it's a bit of a relaxation thing, I guess. So 2 catches we've seen now.
At the same time. Must be by time now.
So the first one released this catch, and the second one put it in a keeper net to keep it there. Probably wants to eat some nice carp soup later.
This is Korean, but I don't understand.
You can take less than 5 kg. You can't shake your baits or what? You can't shake your baits, yeah. So it's very, very regulated at what you can do here. Well, interesting place to visit. That's how fishing is done here in Korea, the carp fishing at least. We have also seen some carp fishers still fishing at the rivers, which would be a little bit more my preference, because there you can use any rod and reel you like, really. Okay, let's head to the next spot. Well, we did not have any luck here either. This time around in Korea, we just didn't manage to catch a fish. And we went to so many spots and tried so many different things. Yep, it just wasn't in the cards for us this time. But nevertheless, we learned a lot of new things about Korea. We're gonna definitely go back next time and maybe we'll have some better luck. I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit of an insight to our Korea trip. And next we'll be heading to Germany, to my home country. And I was planning to do a little bit of fishing in Germany this time as well. So let's see how we get on. It will be the middle of summer in Germany. The fishing is normally not that good during that time, but we'll see what will happen. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. One thing is for sure, I will be missing the weird and wonderful food you get in Korea. There's always something new to try. So they just chuck the whole fish in there without gutting it?
No, they got it separate.
Okay, so here we got the guts. I don't know what kind of guts that is. Gotta dip those fish guts. Dip them in sauce here. Oh God. What have I gotten myself into marrying a Korean woman? What have I got on my plate now? Tiny eyeball. Got the fish and eggs here.
그래 맛있지 않아? 많이 먹어?
We eat those ones in New Zealand too, so snapper egg and duck. But yeah, those guts are actually not too bad, guys.